everyone, and welcome to our holiday science special of Curiosity Uncovered. So today we're going to be exploring the science of bacon and how it transforms simple ingredients into delicious cookies. And along the way, we'll get creative with a festive craft, making a salt dough gingerbread ornaments that are perfect for decorating your tree or given as gifts. So have you ever wondered why baking cookies feel so magic? Well, it's actually a scientific process where chemistry and physics works together. Flour is the base of most cookie recipes, providing structure. When mixed with water, the proteins in flour combine to form gluten, a stretchy framework that traps air and holds the baked goods together. Sugar, on the other hand, is a sweet transformer. When heated, sugar undergoes caramelization, breaking down into hundreds of new flavors, compounds that give the baked goods their golden brown color and even rich aroma. Butter adds the magic by giving the cookies and other treats a melt-in-your-mouth texture. And when creamed with sugar, butter traps in the air and helps the baked goods rise. Its fat also coats the flour, limiting gluten formation and keeping the texture tender. And eggs are a multitasker in baking, so the proteins solidify when heated, binding the mixture together, while the water in the eggs creates steam, puffing up whatever you are baking. The egg yolks add richness for extra flavor, and then baking soda and baking powder are the leavening agents that acts as the lifters. So baking soda needs an acid like brown sugar or buttermilk to release carbon dioxide gas that creates air pockets. And baking soda contains both an acid and a base, so it reacts twice, once when mixed and then once again in the oven. And so heat is the ultimate catalyst for all of these reactions. And these processes aren't limited to cookies. So no matter what you're baking, whether it's bread, cakes, muffins, or even savory dishes like quiches, the same scientific processes are at work. So flour provides the structure, leaveners help the things rise, and sugars and heat create flavor and browning. And the exact balance of ingredients and baking temperatures determines whether you get a fluffy cupcake or a crusty loaf of bread or even soft dinner rolls. So as baked goods cook, specific temperatures are milestones that drive transformations. At 92 degrees Fahrenheit, fat like the butter melt, allowing the mixture to spread. 144 degrees is when the proteins in the eggs and other ingredients solidify, providing the structure. And then 212 degrees Fahrenheit, the water turns to steam, helping to create air pockets and make baked goods light and airy. And then anything above 300 degrees Fahrenheit, the Maillard reaction occurs, where the proteins and sugars combine to create complex flavors and a golden brown surface. And the science of bacon is very versatile, making it the foundation of all of our delicious creations. So now that we've uncovered the science of bacon, let's bring in some holiday cheer with a festive craft, making a salt dough gingerbread ornament. So salt dough is simple. It is technically a no-bake material, perfect for holiday keepsakes, but you can also bake it as well to let it dry faster. So to make it, what you need is a cup of all-purpose flour into a mixing bowl. You need half a cup of salt in your bowl as well. Now what we're going to add in is our cinnamon, but if you don't have cinnamon, you can always add in some pumpkin spice. Now that this is all in your bowl, what you're going to do is you're going to take a spoon and mix it nice and together. And what this will do is it'll just mix all the ingredients together. You'll kind of get your color as well. If it's not brown enough for you as a gingerbread, what you'll do is you will just add in some more pumpkin spice. Now that we have our thing mixed in, now we're going to add in our water. I recommend doing this slowly at a time to where you get a nice dough consistency. So I had about half, and our water is half a cup of water. I already pre-measured, and it's warm water. And then you're going to stir it all nice and together to where you get your dough. And as you can kind of see, it's already starting to form to my spoon. So I'm going to add in some more. So it'll start looking like this inside the bowl, which is a good sign. I'm just going to add in a little bit more of my water because I want it to be nice and dough-like. Now that that is as mixed as my spoon is going to get, what you're going to do is you're going to scrape off your spoon, set that to the side, and now you can knead it inside your bowl to get it all nice and mixed together with your hands. And it's okay if it's a little bit sticky, because if it's a little bit sticky, you just need to add just a pinch more of flour. All right, so now once we are kind of basically done kneading our dough, it should look like this. It's okay if it's a little floury. That is totally fine. So now what we're gonna do is we're set our bowl aside, lay out our cookie dough on the table, and now we're gonna make a gingerbread man. So he should kind of look like this right here, the shape of it. So what you'll do is you'll take a pinch, we'll make a circle, and as we're doing this, we want to make sure that our gingerbread man, he is not very thick, so you don't want more than a 1/4 inch. So if you just flatten him out a lot, that will work perfectly fine. And kind of press as you go, because the dough does move around a lot. And if you want to, you can also lay out some flour on the table. That way he doesn't stick to your surface. Or you can do him on a tinfoil tray. So now that we have finished making our little gingerbread man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my straw, make a little circle in his head later on. That way we could turn it into an ornament. Then you'll come over and grab your tinfoil tray. You will hold him up and place them in there. And so once you have that done, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put him in the oven at 200 degrees. So since he might be a little bit thicker in his feet, this might take up to an hour, 2 hours. So if it does take 2 hours, what I recommend is setting your timer for an hour, flip him over, that way he can be even on both sides. All right, now, so once he is done baking for 2 hours or more, depending on how thick he is, what he'll look like is this out of your oven. So please remember, once you do take him out of the oven, to let him sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes, because he will be extremely hot from baking in the oven, and he'll be nice and hard. Then what you're gonna do is on the back, so his front side's a little salty, so I'm gonna take the nice pretty back area. And now what you can do is you can take some paint pens and color on him. All right, guys, so when you guys are all done painting on him using paint pens or markers or Sharpies, whatever you want to at home, he should end up looking like this. And if you guys know anything about gingerbread mans in certain movies, you might recognize his little face. So the last thing to add in is, once your paint is done, is to add a little string. That way you can place them on the tree. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our Curiosity Uncover, and we look forward to seeing you guys the next time.